we're facing is the worst drought California has ever seen.
Year after year of drought. But some parts of San Francisco, from libraries to schools to piers, have remained remarkably green.
Droughts are difficult things. Some things always fall through the cracks.
Slipping through the cracks. Outside several libraries across the city are parks and gardens and plantings, all tied to irrigation meters that have been under mandatory restrictions for more than 6 months now.
Are you taking that seriously?
We take it really seriously.
But documents obtained by 2 Investigates show 6 of 8 libraries used far more water in November than the city allotted, some 6 times as much at this branch on Ocean Avenue, or 4 times more at this branch on Leland, and some, like at this one on Taravel, use nearly double the amount of water.
Is that concerning?
Yes, it is.
How long have you known about this problem?
These particular overages just came to light this month.
But records show this isn't the first month. In November, these branches went over by 9,100 cubic feet, or 68,000 gallons of water. 2 Investigates has learned they were over again, even more the month before, 120,200 cubic feet, or 91,000 gallons of water in October, and over again and again months before that.
Since August.
Right.
Were you aware of that?
I'm not aware that all of them have been there since August. We tackle this stuff as quickly as we can, but you know.
But 6 months?
We're like any organization. This is not the only challenge that we have.
But we're in a drought right now.
I agree about the drought, and again, I think that's a very, very important thing.
Month after month after month.
So it sounds like someone just doesn't care. Someone's not taking the requirements seriously.
Conservationist Jennifer Cleary says the city ordered a serious 25% cut to metered irrigation to keep the entire city water usage under state-ordered levels, levels that the vast majority of San Franciscans are complying with in their private homes.
It makes me a bit angry because you have people who are really working hard and doing without to save water.
The library says the majority of water overages are either for public safety, like power washing sidewalks for human debris or needles, or for the public good, to protect new plantings or parks like here at the Ingleside branch.
The plants are brand new, and they'll die if they aren't watered heavily.
So my question is, why did they do that?
Why did they seed it to begin with?
In the middle of a drought when they had a conservation requirement.
Do you think these numbers are a big deal?
I do think they're a big deal.
So big, the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission says the library had been notified each and every month and charged double for each gallon it went over.
Is it concerning?
I think it's concerning. I don't think it's the only thing that's happening across the city.
And of course, she's right. 2 Investigates has also found that at least 5 piers along the Port of San Francisco were also over mandated conservation levels. In December, some, like the cruise ship terminal at Pier 27, were nearly 5 times over. In November, Pier 98 had more than 2 times the limit.
Were you surprised?
Yes, I was.
Surprised because the port didn't know about any of this until 2 Investigates requested the numbers, even though nearly half of its piers with irrigation meters had been over for month after month after month.
Going on since September. Did you know that?
I did not.
Why didn't the port know about this?
I don't know.
For months has the port been wasting water?
Well, if all of these are legitimate over watering for irrigation, I would say yes.
The port says it's not now sure what is happening at any of these sites, not even sure that the numbers are correct, and neither is the very department that's supposed to be regulating them.
What are they using this water for?
It's something that we have to, it really requires an investigation at the site.
The port says it was unaware of the problem until we began to investigate, and when we asked if leaky hoses like this one at Pier 40 were to blame, they said they just didn't know where it was coming from.
And it is disappointing, and it's disappointing that you've now given me 2 city departments that aren't interested in an issue that's absorbed the rest of California.
But San Francisco schools have been absorbed by the problem.
When you first saw that number, though, were you concerned?
We are definitely concerned.
After also being fined for water overages at 5 schools in August, the district says it was immediately aware and immediately took action to bring that down to 3 schools in November, with a water surplus of 8,100 cubic feet or more than 60,000 gallons. In just 1 month at Lincoln High School, for example, they cut water waste by 700%.
Based just on changes to irrigation systems and behavior. Overall, we've stayed under our allocation, meaning that we have used less than the 25% reduction.
But not every department has been so studious since mandatory conservation began back in July.
You just said that you didn't know until November.
Some of these overages that might be true for.
Or so successful in stemming the tide of problems.
Is the library wasting water?
I would say the bottom line is that things happen at the library that waste water.